Hello guys, how's everyone doing? See, I moved the camera for the first time. Well, not the first time, but you know, one less thing that I probably would have messed up. But let's just move it like there. Yeah, we're good. We don't have any cats yet. You know, just a thing. Oh, I have like a piece of music that's stuck in my head, and I know it's one of my synthwave pieces. I just don't know which one starts out with that, and I kind of don't want to be like, hey, don't mind me. I'm just going to like start each single one until I find the thing that I want. So, yeah, sadly, we will just try to find that in our off time. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? I am good. I actually, despite the fact that I said no more miniatures, I have a box of miniatures! Yay! So I wanted to buy, well, moreover, my best friend, and I offered her a long time ago. I was just like, hey, if you want me to paint you a miniature, I will totally paint you a miniature. Just popped in to say hello. Hi. Well, I appreciate the hellos. And so she finally got around to telling me that, hey, by the way, I wouldn't mind this miniature. Again, I've gotten a third one of these guys. Oh my god, how many bird people do I have to paint till I no longer see any more painting guys? But yes, either way, either or. Yeah. So words, and so I then eventually posted to her being like, hey, I think that you would really like something from Dark Sword, like the Dark Sword miniatures. And I had a completely big feeling that she would really, really like the Chipmunk Mage on a turtle, which I had previously painted for Creature Caster, who won it in my chat. So I had a feeling that she would really, really, really like this one, but she chose it. But I didn't want to point it out being like, hey, I think you'll like this one in particular. I was just kind of like, I will send you the list of the anthropomorphic ones and you can choose which dude man that you might like. And so she chose that one. And of course, since I was also buying them, I also picked up some minis. I'll just move those over there. What else came in here? I got some postcard things. That's kind of cool. And a Dark Sword sticker. Yay, stickers. Alright, that box gets to be put over there. This sticker gets to be removed. Oh, thank you. And put on my light arch. Yeah, Dark Sword, put on my light arch. Hooray. Sticker. It won't stay there, but that's fine. But yeah, so I ended up getting a Chipmunk Mage for my friend. Otter Ranger, because I saw actually Shoshi painting this guy, and I was like, oh my god, he is so freaking cute. I need to have one for myself, so I picked him up. And I was debating, I also am going to no longer be seeing my therapist in person for very much longer, and that makes me really, really, really sad. So I couldn't decide on which hedgehog to make for her, so I got both of them. Because one is two of them cavalry riding on a snail, and the other one is a hedgehog glider, like hedgehog on a glider with a mushroom, and I think that's really, really cute. So yeah, I also picked up the mouse witch because I really love it. I didn't even realize his tail was holding a broom. That is so cool. But yeah, so things like that. I'm finding it absolutely hilarious that once again I have another one of these birdmen He's my third one. And so he gets to be given away again. Hooray! Because what's really wonderful about Dark Sword is that they will send you like an extra 1 or 2 miniatures as like thank you. So another Birdman. And I also was given the Doberman Mage, which is such a cool model. Oh, this is just a fun one. I have one already set as like for giveaway, so I now actually get to have one probably for myself, or 2 for giveaway. So, you know, cool things. All right. Either way, okay. I kind of just want to just like quickly jump through a few of them. Nope. Nope, you're going to start from the beginning. Nope. 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 Sorry, it's stuck in my head, and that's never a good sign. I think it's gonna be this one. Yeah. This part right here, like this. I love it. So it's probably a bit quiet. There we go. Yeah, just this whole like little beginning riff is just like, oh, so lovely. Oh yeah, I hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday. I got my neck cracked again today by the chiropractor. So my neck hurts. But we will move this guy over here. Oh, now I think the music is a bit too loud. No, and of course then I turn it up more. That helps. So yeah, working more on said scales. We should probably turn up the exposure a little bit. It's already pretty dark, so yeah. So yeah, let's see here. Anything interesting? I'm a little bit out of it because I got mine, because I had everything worked on, that my brain is a bit fuzzy and a little bit out of it. So do forgive me, for I meant no harm or insult. I'm just moving some things off my desk. So those are spine colors that turned out to be very useful. That's Lady Tiamat. But yeah, so we're going to just add in some. At least I can like shake paint bottles today. I almost feel like starting a new paint palette just because this one's getting a little bit gunky. A little bit messy, but we'll do that after today. I'm gonna need a whole lot more than that. Okay. Hi Sid Wolf, how are you doing today? How is life? your ghoulie bag in the mail last night? Ooh. Yeah, what was in the ghoulie bag? I know of some of the things that are in it, but I wasn't sure because, like, last year I got, like, a whole bunch of, like, random bones miniatures, like, thrown into the goodie bag, so I wasn't sure if that was happening again this year, or... Though, you know, like, I've bought in way too many miniatures recently. So, no ghoulie bag for me this year. Probably, anyways. Oh yeah, what I'm seeing right now is maybe the ability to kind of like streamline my painting of these scales. Like, okay, it'll be a little bit boring, but it's just like, okay, all of the scales get painted with my gory red, and then all of the scales get brought up. And the Dungeon Dweller mini. Okay. Regretting starting on such a huge beastie? Not at all. No, Sigwolf. I love working on big models. It was just such a process to make these scales that I'm just hoping that I can recreate it, and without having to spend as much time on each individual scale, like, hopefully be able to just, like, blend it down in there. Oh yeah, no, there's absolutely no regrets working on such a big guy. And I did take a little bit of a break from him, and I mostly finished up my Lord of Malice. And he's looking quite intimidating. So, and I started this guy up as a break for Lord of Malice while I was stripping his base, because I tried to paint marble on the back of the base, and it messed up, and so, like, it ended up with, like, so many layers of paint over it that I was like, no, let's just strip it down. And so while I was doing that, I was just like, well, what do I work on? And so, and then Day was like, melt your car! And I was like, okay. And then, like, a month later. Yeah, melt your car as the break between another miniature. But it was just more over the fact of that I hadn't touched Maldrakar in so long that it was essentially like updating his paint job to be closer to my skill now instead of the skill it was like 6 months ago. So... yeah, and like when I get to his main body, I'll be needing to take a whole lot of breaks just because of how heavy the body is. Just for my own spine's sake. Like, I took breaks even while working on the Boreal Walker. Just the weight of the model is just really heavy that it does strain your arm muscles, even though you wouldn't think that it would. because you're just staying stationary, but you are keeping your like arm tensed in a certain position just to hold it. And
you mean this guy? I have to finish painting him Sigwolf. He is a pain. I gotta really...
He's base toned, which is to say he has 2 colors on him. But I finally got through and base toned him and like washed him down with a darker shade to kind of get the bone look to him. I'm gonna paint him like Syndragosa, except green instead of blue. And yeah, he is quite a big model, and I do regret having him already like fully assembled when I'm going to be painting him. So the camera is going to have to go on top of the light arch for that one. But I've already been doing that for this model. So I need to sit down and really think about the next creature caster model I'm going to be painting. Just because I want to paint some for the competition at Adepticon, or like... Hi, Nex! How are you? How was your stream? How are the Sisters of Sisterness, if that is in fact what you're working on?
Hi, Joshki. How are you doing?
Oh yes, it will. If you didn't pick up Bones 4, you're going to be dealing with a lot of incoming dragons.
Sisters are done.
Yay, next! Then what were you working on? Or were you finishing them up today?
Oh, right! The Tree Lord! How's the Tree Lord?
I am doing good, Joshi. Once again, back to working on my larger dragon.
Because that's just what I do.
Oh yeah, no, I freaked out a little bit when like they announced Argent, and then like that was like the closing of the Kickstarter, and I was just like, no, I really want him in my party. I was actually playing D&D. Well, like it was closing, and they were like, oh yeah, no, you can still go back through because you've already pledged some. You can go back in and say like, and add him to your pile. I'm like, good, because Argent is real as fuck.
I'm not gonna hold my horses.
I want it now! But yeah, like, Dance of Death is also a beautiful, beautiful one. I really can't wait to paint that up. I have to figure out what color dragons I want to have going up against each other. I want it to be a metallic versus a chroma. But up there, yeah, no, he looked, it looks so, oh my god, I can't wait. That is just the most regal dragon ever. And yeah, no, I love Reaper for the fact that they give me lots of dragons that are at a mostly reasonable price. I really wish I had connections to like any of these manufacturing companies. I would love to be able to like paint for them. But I'm sure that's everybody's painting dream is like, yeah, get in and be a miniature painter for these companies, and one can dream, right?
Rawr, it's a dragon. Hi, Gamer Dad. How are you?
How is everything on your end, my friend?
Oh, I do harass Creature Caster quite a bit. Oh, that might be a good idea.
Well, moreover, like I seen the pictures they have of the like the burring horror on their site. I'm like, it could, if I really feel like mine was better, and I just want them to acknowledge it. Just like, notice me, senpai, but a little less mangy.
Oh, 2-year appointment today. I don't know what that is.
Like, they go see the doctor now that they're 2 years old and be like,
yep, that child is 2 years old. Congrats, you survived 2 years.
Do I just like email it to their like support and be like, hey, acknowledge my painting skills? But then again, like I think I'm doing really good, and then I see like for like Dark Sword miniatures, and then I like go on and see their test ones or like their ones on their site. I'm just like, never mind. I should just give up my hobby now and move on. Except now I like it too much. I get to paint dragons.
Okay. Ooh, yay, next. Ooh, Tree Lord face. Tree Lord body. Tree Lord legs. Oh, I love the vine skulls. I love it.
He's off to a good start there next. Don't forget to take a look at actual trees to see the variance in the bark tone. So I have to remember that this is mostly all going to be in shadow, so the light colors are not actually going to pop up a bunch on this side compared to the other side. So I'm gonna have to bring the other wing over here shortly to
to remind myself.
Oh yeah, no, I was just I had faith, but I wanted to just reaffirm that my faith was not being taken for granted. So today is actually going to be my last painting stream until Monday, but not like this coming Monday, but the Monday after. I'm flying back to Canada for a week. So just so you guys know, I'm not just disappearing. I'll try to post up pictures of what I'm doing. Be very hard not to be painting for that whole week, but I also don't think I can easily bring my paints on the plane. I'm really afraid of flying with paints.
Don't forget about me. I won't forget about you.
I'm going back home, seeing my puppy. My not so puppy. Man, Sadie's like 7 years old now. My beautiful, beautiful dog. I wish for one that she was actually like mine to have, and I wish that she would have been able to handle having living in a house like this size. But I'll sing it for you. Yeah, no song requests. The whole I don't want to get permabanned from Twitch for playing copyrighted music. Alright, let's bring in my reference wing of scaling types. The underside was a lot darker, but let's just lightly place that wing there. Okay, so there is a slight amount of orange. So your kid checks out. She can keep progressing in age now that she's reached 2 and successfully has reached 2. Ten toes, 10 fingers, and the fruit shot. Not bad. You know, I would probably need like a super like warning system of like, you need to take your child to this place if I ever have kids. Oh, that's good. Did you vaccinate? Are you an anti-vaxxer? I did just open a can of worms. Maha does that. Maha has no social boundaries. Oh, wow. That's good. I saw a post yesterday and it made me chuckle like evilly. It's like, your child can't get autism if they die of the mumps. Just like, well, that is sort of, yeah, I guess that's true. But I don't understand why people think autism is like the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it was a bit challenging growing up with my brother, but
nothing like, oh my god, this is terrible. You got polio! Ah!
yeah. No, I don't understand people sometimes. Or, I don't understand people a lot of times. Oh yeah, it'll be nice to go back to and be in Canada for a week. I'll be sending up my brother's birthday present then, because it's just like, yeah, I know you're in India right now. Lucky bugger. But I'm gonna not this way. I don't have to pay international fees for delivery.
Yes.
You know, I like the winter. I love the snow and I love the ice. So California is actually not my cup of tea.
Alright, see you, Sigwolf.
It's closing time. Hides from the day. Hi, Day. How are you, my dear? the cuss out, I'm basing my dragon off of Tiamat. And so this is the prior wing that I have done. And so I don't like using black in any of my miniatures. So this is all like purple red to orange. And it works a whole lot better. And so like so basically now I'm just copying that color palette. Yay, homework. And I'm sorry about your lung. I'm also the Kasao. I'm also taking reference from the Dragonomicon book from I think it's 3.5 edition of D&D. So like taking a lot of reference of what red dragons would typically be looking like, especially at the age that a 5-headed dragon goddess would be. Yeah, CR is crit roll. So like red dragons have singed wing bits, like tips of their wings are all singed from the fire. The underside of dragon wings are often pale, whereas the top side is a darker tone, matching closer to what their scale color would be. But as the dragons get older, they get kind of desaturated with their wings, at least get a lot bit desaturated. I wish I could show like just the magnitude of what Critical Role has done for my life. But I know so many other people who are like, oh yeah, no, it's increased so much for me as well, that I'm just kind of like, okay, well, they hear it a lot. They don't need to hear it from me too. Oh, shoot. There's a thing that I forgot. Ignore that bot. The bot's drunk. Hey, Day, did you know that you were streaming with me? Go home, bot. You're drunk. What do you mean you're already home? Alright, bot, you're grounded.
Just Maha things.
So, I was in Felton earlier, and there's this lovely coffee place called the White Raven, and it has like coffee and chai. Really, really yummy. And I had to send a picture to Tavaria because they have their logo obviously being a white raven in a coffee mug. And it's just like, oh my god, Tav, like just ah. If I hadn't already sent her the mouseling, I would have wanted to add in like a sticker from that place. So at this stage on these bright wings, it's a lot of just back and forth with blending down and blending up. Because a lot of this is in shadow for this underside of the wing. It's getting there. Some of these are a little bit too dark. Brought down too much. Oh yeah, that's beginning to look reasonably similar. Though this one is far more orange, it looks like. This is a whole lot less red. Kind of half and half. I haven't done that many commissions, like official ones, but I love painting for other people. So like I'll paint minis for friends. The ones that I keep for myself are generally the ones for D&D. So like this guy is for Dungeons and Dragons. And but I paint miniatures more for the process of creating the thing. Once when I'm done, I don't really particularly care where the miniature goes, as long as it's going to somebody who will like it. So when it comes down to certain miniatures, like my 3 creature caster, those are mine. Those are never going to go anywhere because, well, they are my babies of skill. Slowly but surely becoming better. But I find I do my best work when I'm painting for other people. So a lot of it has to do with like, oh, I will take the mentality of I'm painting this for my husband, or I'm painting this for my friend. Just so that I will paint it better. And I try to learn something from every miniature that I do. I try to improve upon something or another. Like some of the ones I painted for Day Ray, I did non-metallic metal on just to kind of get a hang of that. What's my favorite class? I'm very, very, very partial to my entertainer arcane trickster rogue. I love using mage hand for a ridiculous, crazy amount of stuff. Like, I was in this giant combat at one point, and I was having arrows being, like, thrown at me. I used Mage Hand to run along the arrow, like the bows, to knock at them while they're trying to fire at me. Like, I'm running along and they're kind of like going like with the Mage Hand. Aw, I'm glad you like it, Kosao. I always love hearing when people like what I do. So the ones that, and these ones get a slight increase, but not too much. Okay, I'm just gonna put that wing over there. But yeah, no, I haven't played that many characters. I have my Arcane Trickster. I have a Tabaxi Cleric, or Grave Domain Cleric, and I just turned off my light. She's pretty cool. Though the team that she's with don't really take many risks, so where she shines, or like where her abilities shine, aren't too useful. I've played a fighter before. But yeah, no. Monks are just crazy though. I think if I could even get my head around a monk, I think that they would be like really, really, really cool. I just sometimes feel like, no, you can't keep doing this. Like, honestly, monk, you're how are you able to keep hitting this guy? Just stop killing my dude, man. Yeah, monks are just... they will mess you up when their stuff hits, like... But, like, they've taken down giants before because of being able to, like, stun them. So, like, the giant doesn't get, like, any attack off. Because they're able to just, like... nope, stunning strike. And then, of course, because the guy's stunned, everything becomes a crit on him. I'm playing 5th edition. No, I didn't start playing D&D until my husband got really into playing Critical Role. Or watching Critical Role, not playing it. And then he was like, oh yeah, no, I think that this is like... Let's get into this. Let's do some... Let's invite some friends over and let's do some D&D. And then he was like, hey, I'm gonna buy some miniatures. So that we can have some cool minis on the table. Not everybody is imaginative, so it sometimes is helpful to have minis on hand to just do that. And then I saw those minis, I was like, hey, you know what? It might be fun to paint them. And that was 2 years ago. Oh, and completely unrelated news, but still like extraordinarily happy Maha time is I found out today that they're making a TV series / movie of Good Omens, a Neil Gaiman book, which just caused me, like, I love that book. That book makes me just crack up. It's with him and Terry Pratchett. They wrote that book. And just, it's so witty. And David Tennant is going to be playing the demon, which is just like, it's gonna be so good. Any particular settings? Yes, I know, Selks. My husband found out about this and he sent me the picture of that. I was like, it's so good. Oh my god, it looks like the perfect sassy demon. Watch out, it's going to be Good Omens. It's a book by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. And Amazon is turning it into, I think, a TV series, or into a movie. I'm not really too sure which one it was. But David Tennant is the demon. And it's like, oh my god, I am so excited. The only better news that would have been is if they said that they were doing American Gods. Or Neverwhere. Yeah, or get the book. The book is just on point. The book is just so great. I picked it up one day in an airport when I was flying around a lot. And I've never laughed so much from a book. Because I don't normally read, like, comedy books just because comedy is a really hard thing to be, like, to get across sometimes. But, oh my god, I devoured that book. Oh, there is a TV series of American Gods. I didn't think it was out. Man, I'm so behind on TV. I remember hearing about it a long time ago, but I live under a rock. Mentally. But yeah, no, oh yeah, well, you know, some books are just so good that you have to eat them. Eat them right up. Num 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 num. Dave, if you lived any closer, I'd let you the book. Hello. Yep, no song requests. I haven't had song requests on in a very, very long time. Yeah, no, it was just there, and I was like, huh. This looks interesting. Now the question is, Casso, which cover did you get? The black one or the white one? You know, Maha, asking the real important questions in life. It was the white one. Nice. I got the black covered one. Just so that scuff marks would not be seen as easily. Oh, I have it on my bookshelf. I have a shelf attributed to Neil Gaiman and his books. I really need to finally get my hands on Sandman, like the full one of Sandman. I read it at my cousin owned the book series, or like the graphic novels, and I read it out of his collection, and one day I would love to have it myself, just because it's fascinating, and it's such a good series. But I find anything by Neil Gaiman is just freaking fantastic. And it also like shows that he's always just been a very good imaginative author, because he wrote that before they became, either of them became really famous. That shade is getting all right. Still looks a little bit too dark on this side, so let's apply a bit more of this red to kind of help bring down the shadow. I have to say, like, American Gods and Anansi Boys definitely made me love, like, just, like, some of these other more feral-like gods that have been written about in the past. I actually have a character in Warcraft named Anansi, because of that. She's a warlock. She rides around on a Black Widow mount. I think King of Wars, who I'll paint next out of Creature Caster. That or Lord of Metamorphosis. Now that I actually have a color palette for him decided on. One second, sorry. My fucking yeah, no, I get that. 100%. just gonna... Yeah, that orange is there, but I want it to be so pretty red. Just lighter red. Are you at home now, Dave? Or are you on your way home? Yay, home. Hey, do you think you're going to be coming up into my area when I'm in Canada, or not? I'm just wondering if I should bring the stuff for you. Or just save it to be mailed out. Yeah, come on down to my place. Smart ass. Okay, yeah, it would be in the same area as my wedding. I didn't think so, but I was just kind of thought I'd ask. Just mix that in there. Yes, Dave. Alright, let's just get this purple more into these crevices. Oh, everything else looks fine. What? Silly keyboard. So yeah, I'm starting up a small type of little project, and it's a bit weird probably, but I think it'll be useful. I want to create a basing garden, and now what I mean by that is I want to create a section of my garden outside that these plants produce items that are useful for basing. Whether it be like trees, seedling seeds, or just various grasses. So if you have any plants that you are thinking of that you think is a very useful one, do let me know. Yeah, I know about the moss and the lichen. Those are very, very handy dandy. Necessarily always about the color. Sometimes it's just about like the texture that it will provide. Just because I now have a backyard and it needs to be gardened, and I want to make an awesome garden out there filled with awesomeness. It's looking pretty good. Yes, Day? Yes. Yes, I did know. I have a house? What? No. No, I don't have a house. Do I really? Crack, crack, crack. Crack, crack, crack. No, she doesn't. Yes, I do. I have a house. Oh, she. This is an illusion, then I am in trouble with somebody. All donations go towards Maha actually buying a house now. I'm sorry that my illusion has impacted us so. go next? What's not right? What's something not right? What? I'm concerned now. Oh, just cheese. Okay. Hi, Nixton. How are you doing? Okay, no, so that is a darker. But I want to know what this holy cheese maha is. I'm really concerned now. What did I do wrong? Just gotta remember that this wing is essentially like at this angle. So that's why like only like this upper bit here gets like the highlight and the rest of it is pretty dark. I'm really trying to learn how to do volumetric rendering better. I'm glad you like them. Thanks, Sixten. But because of the orange and the purple being basically right beside each other, when you view it, your mind automatically kind of perceives it as if you're looking at black. Like the purple appears as a black. Even though by itself it is a purple. But it also just helps create a warmer shadow. A more realistic shadow is moreover what we are achieving with the purple. Now that is a bit too damp. So let it dry while we poke at some of the other line works that I've done. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how I've gotten these red scales to look thus far. I still feel like I need to add some kind of design into the scales, kind of like either like little like tick lines going up, or kind of like what I did with my burrowing horror. Gotta let that dry a little bit, so. Alright. Just throw our paint orange down on those. Now that I've gotten that top bit to be a little bit more orangey, we'll move down here to these further down bit orange spots. Maybe I'll do Lord of Slaughter. I could do that as a warm-up to doing the King of War. Okay, I just need to leave that top scale alone until it fully dries. So now we have all these other ones. Yeah, today's stream might not last very long. More for the fact that I was at a chiropractor earlier today, and so my back is like really sore from being cracked on. So we'll just go through here, and I think before we move on to the orange, we should highlight all these in this red, just to kind of build up that dark tone, but the less pinky red, since this is all going to have a highlighted orange. So let's get the right kind of shadows underneath these, and I'm also trying to figure out, like, still, like, what kind of wash might be a good idea to put over top of these, if any. Like, do I want to put, like, maybe, like, Agrax over it to, like, really darken it down? Or maybe even just, like, the, like, or Cassandora yellow to, like, really brighten it up? Or... I might just have to try putting the scale design on something else and just see how the color, like, gets affected. Let's get this transition. I might try to do, like, all the body scales in this red purple before moving on to highlighting them. Actually, since I poured all that red paint out, and with me flying away on Monday, should definitely just use up what I have on my palette, which is pretty much that red.
Beyond the computer age, this new landscape which connects all of us. Electronic stimuli transmit across wireless networks. Our desires, our emotions, our needs, strewn about the globe in milliseconds, integrating knowledge.
I'm hoping that since I'm going to be gone for a while, that I'll just be able to watch some more tutorial videos.
Across the grid.
Yes, I'm here still. We can continue that.
across the grid.
I don't know why YouTube's suddenly like, are you still watching? Like, yeah, I am. You can stop that now.
We are all connected across the grid.
I'm going home to Canada for a week. Canada will always be my home. And, but yeah, so I'm gonna be there for a week. Going back to rural southern Ontario.
We are all connected across the grid.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be gone long. It's just seeing some family. And so I get to have my puppy dog for a week, which I'm excited for. Cause any reason to see my Sadie lady is a good one. I don't form many attachments to dogs. I'm not a very big on dogs. But Sadie will always be my puppy. Even though she's like 7 years old now. But when I get back, do pay attention to any of my messages on Twitter and on Discord. And probably on Facebook. But I will be celebrating my 2-year stream anniversary. Which, you know, is a good thing to celebrate. And thus I will be giving away I was given 2 minis. Hi, Kozar! And hi, Chewy. Yeah, and I have some Dark Sword minis to give away. I'm gonna give away that bird that was sent to me. some Dark Sword, as well as I was donated 2 Bone Sylvanian minis that Reaper has donated to the cause. Because they're awesome that way.
I know, right, Day? Right?
When? It'll be near the end of October. I have to I have to set the date because I don't know exactly the day that I started on. I just know it was near the end of October. So, close enough. Actually, I'm pretty sure. I might actually now be way off. I don't know. When did the BioShock when did they release the BioShock Remastered? Day, can you find that out for me?
No. Oh, is it September? Okay.
Yeah. Because I streamed that, but it wasn't at right then and there, but it was just it was soon after that. I was hoping that it would be closer to then, but it wasn't. Did I start streaming in September? That would be funny. It was around then, but I could have sworn I started in October. I wouldn't put it past me to forget for a month. Either way, end of October. That's when we will have our streamiversary. Should I make another festive golem again this year? He gets a bloody dice too, because that's the theme of this year. Alright. We'll throw some of this on here as well, just because we also have a bunch on that. It's just that the paper towel under this paint palette is already getting to be a little bit smelly. So, it's going to be replaced either way. I forget who won it last year. I just know it wasn't Pixie. Is it Cat? No. Is it still in there? Is it still in the 5th place? Oh no. Hey, not bad. And 9th. Oh, hey. Moving up in the world. Army painter just does not wake up very well once it starts to dry. Oh. That's silly of me.
Hi, Napster! Hello, hello!
How are you doing today? And hello everyone coming in from Napster's stream. How are you all doing? Hope you're all having a very, very grand Friday.
Hi! Hi, Silent, how are you? Hello, hello, how are you?
Napster, how was your stream? What were you doing today? What I'm working on right now is a wing of Maldrakar.
Oh, you're working on a Malleus column!
Our goblin, yay! Oh man. One day I want to get one of Malleus's. They're pretty cute.
Defend, welcome! I need a kitty with a monocle.
He'll make it work. Alright.
To be like, yes, excellent, most welcome here.
Yeah, I'm like. So we're just gonna tuck that over there. Just and bring in. Hello, Beastie.
So, this is the full body of Maldrakar.
Normally, I'd have him further up, or my camera further up, to be working on him, but right now we're just gonna leave it as is and do that when we come back from Canada. So what it really is right now is I'm going to be leaving for a week, so I won't be painting, so I want to use up the paint that's on my paint palette. well, you know, I am working on the dragon already, but then, you know, use the dragon, use up the colors that I have. And since I applied or added a bunch of red, we are working on this behemoth. I still have zero regrets about working on this guy. I love the big model. I'm even creating a YouTube playlist of me working on him, since he's been the majorly he's been on stream, like except for like one wing panel. But once when I'm done this body, like, the body's the last thing that I'm working on, technically. Just more for the fact of, like, once when he's done, I just want to stick all the parts on him and then, like, stick him on his base and then be like, yep, you're done. Never to be touched again. Except when, you know, we throw him at all our players. In D&D. To which point we'll be like, who was laughing now? Whew. But yeah, so we'll just get into these little parts. Sorry guys about being a little bit quieter today. As I was stating earlier, I did see a chiropractor earlier and he beat me up. He beat my back up. And so my arms are a little bit tired. I'm tired, and I think I also ate off chicken. So my stomach is pretty rolly right now. So I kind of just want to finish up this paint color so that I can go lie down and have some ginger. But big brush is not very good for small scales. I will say that now. Yeah, I got beaten up by the chiro again today. My neck snapped and everything. It's such a weird sensation. Well, you know, they're trying to correct my spine, which may in turn eventually decrease my proneness to headaches, which I can only consider to be a good. So we'll just get this out over onto here. Got a little bit of this blue. I think I want it to stay like a darkish blue. So this, in this specific place, we're gonna bring actually out our purple and really like blend that in here. Just because these are like the blue scales that lead into the blue head. And I have a creature caster. Dragon as well to paint. I'm really trying to figure out which one I want to paint for competition. It's a creature caster competition at Adepticon. Because I don't think Lord of Malice, even though I really love how I painted him, I don't think he would stand up to par with any of them. Especially since I know some of the people who are going to be submitting for that. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough competition. Going up against Bug King's basing abilities and Flick. And maybe Shoshi. Maybe Jan. Well, I'll move back to the body. I'm just wanting to use up the reds that I have out. So kind of just like equalizing the tone of the scales so that they are ready. Yeah, see, this is the body. His head's up there, goes rawr. But yeah, this is his body. I love it. Yeah, I really like the pictures that you submitted for those. They're looking really, really good. I honestly need to get into painting my Stormcast. No, I haven't drawn the pupils onto any of my dragons quite yet. I'm not really too sure if I want to, just because I often view the pupilless ones are like either like heavy magic or like they've transcended beyond and don't need to have the use of pupils, that their eyes are just glowing with energy kind of thing. yeah, no, I have. Red dragons are orange. White dragons are blue. Blue dragons are blue, purple. Green dragons are green. And so are black. I looked at the, like, one of the official art things for Tiamat. And they didn't have pupils, they just had glowy orbs. That's why I was like, alright, I guess I'm not painting pupils. So many scales. Scales for days, my friends. I need to find something to practice on so I can figure out if there's a wash that I want to put onto these scales, like which of the GW washes or a combination of. So like paint like a series of like 10 scales and then do a wash over them just to kind of be like, which one's better? Guess definitely scale 3000, not 75. Yeah. Okay, and we'll just get that in there, these leg scales. I'll get that in there. And then going to the Ren Fair tomorrow for Oktoberfest. That should be a lot of fun. just add this to this leg and then call it there, just because my stomach is getting really rolly, and more so. Yeah, I really don't think that that chicken was good. So we've gotten this deep red. On the left side of the dragon. Oh, we didn't really get his arms in here.
Just so you guys can see, like,
We just connect this in here.
like that's what it's going to have its look like. It's just like this fiery tip all the way down its body, just to have that glow. Except he's gonna be in shadow for a lot of it, so either way. Oh, what are these, Chewy? Oh, in purple this time. A word of note, I really think that you should water down your paints a little bit. They're just looking a bit thick to the point where you can see a little bit of the paint lines. So do be sure to thin down your paints. Just even like a little, like a drop of water or two, depending on the size of it. I am really sorry that I'm not streaming for very long today. Blame my stomach. I'm just going to go and like lie down somewhere. But because of that, let's go find somebody to go and throw you off onto. Let's see here. Studio G7. Let's see here. Studio is the only one that I have on as my follow list. Yeah, sorry. I'm feeling really sick. And so I'm going to go and lie down some. So I'm very, very sorry. Many figures. Let's see here. Next level. This Loken plays. Yeah, no, there's a bunch of people I don't know, but I'm saying Studio because Studio is awesome and I haven't rated him for a little bit, so let us go there. I know my Canadian is showing, but yeah, so we're gonna go right there. If you guys haven't done the thing of like hitting that follow button, or you know, joining me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you know, all those fun things, or even in my Discord, do be sure to. The links are in the chat. I would love it if you did that, because then you can see when I go live, you can see what I'm doing when I'm not live. Yeah, things like that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and the rest of your week. Once again, I am not streaming next week. I will be back the week after. So yeah. Bye guys!